What it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx from the Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow from Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Most exciting man in boxing. Man in boxing. Where's the Flair Cops? Shout out to Goodfellow Sports TV.
Hey, Steven, man, you really believe that's no big at all, man? Come on, you really believe that's?
All right, Gervonta Tank Davis wins unanimous decision 116. I think it was 116, 111, and 2, 115, 113. He defeated Isaac Cruz. Unanimous decision. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. They said he hurt his hand because he looked like he wasn't using his backhand, his left hand, because he is southpaw. But Cruz became the second man to go the distance with him. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. You can find us Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We got business question, inquiry, response, video requests. Another guy, German Ivan Maratz, he went the distance with him when he was fighting at 126 early in his career. It was his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. His ninth fight of his career. And old boy's 47-31-0, fought Tank and Biloxi and win all 6. He was the last guy to go. This is with Tank. And the previous guy he went in a 4-rounder. That was like Tank's 5th fight throughout his career. But what we seen tonight was Cruz pressure gave him problems. He was landing that uppercut, but he couldn't land it with the. It was different from when he landed on Leo. Leo was getting wore down. His conditioning wasn't there, and he caught a tired Leo with an uppercut, and Leo really lent into it. And Cruz just showed to have a better jaw than any other, Tank opponent we've seen on the money level, on the championship level. And his pressure and his body work gave Tank problem. And Tank had a difficult time fighting somebody that brought pressure. And that was shorter than him, and he got leverage on his shots. And, Tank, early on was off balance from Cruz's explosiveness, his speed, his body work, his angles that his punches was coming through. And Cruz chose not to use a jab because he didn't want to get countered. I think him not using the jab allowed him not to get caught with that uppercut too, And then Tank started boxing and using his angles and using his jab and losing his lead hook and to try to tame Cruz. And then Cruz, somewhere down the championship rounds, he got a second win. And he really started going to town on Tank. Tank was hurling over for no body punches. They were saying, well, Cruz was a little low with his shots. I mean, when we go to the body, it's going to be a little low with some body shots, man. But, honestly, I thought Tank won, but Cruz made a good show on himself. You could have probably made a case for Cruz to win some of those rounds, but Cruz would start rounds off well. People tend to remember, the end of the round. If you looked at the rounds in its totality, maybe you could have gave Cruz the fight, but Cruz would fade, towards the end of the round, and Tank would steal the round with, just with activity or good, clean, effective punches. And he boxed well tonight. I think Cruz's, speed and quickness and power kept him off balance. But once he figured it out, he had Cruz down pack, had his rhythm down pack, and then, down the stretch, he just hurt his hand. But he won't find too many people that's just short and that can get leverage under him like Cruz. I think the pressure gave him problems, just like it gave Devin Haney problem last night. But Tank took the punches well. Was he hurt? Was he buzzed a couple times? It appeared that way, but he hit the canvas a couple times, tripped a couple times, and that was because of the floor stickers and also because of Isaac Cruz, explosiveness, man. So I mean, Cruz didn't look too disappointed. He knew probably he wasn't gonna get a decision, but. And people said he could have used his jab more, but I think he was scared to get countered by the uppercut. I mean, I'd like to see Tank use the 1-2 a little bit more, but like I said, Cruz landed some good shots. Cruz got Tank attention to the body. He had Tank hurling over. I just like to see him kind of put more shots together, even though he threw more shots. I like to see him shoot shine, work up and down, but he would fall in and let Tank hold him, and Tank appeared to be the bigger, stronger guy. And that also played a factor because he would work him. He had touched Tank. He had touched Tank up real good, and then he allowed Tank to hold him. And Tank did a good job of holding and stopping Isaac Cruz's offense tonight. If Tank didn't know how to hold, Tank probably would have got knocked out, or he would have got dropped, or he probably would have been a closer decision. He probably would have lost. But like I said, with Eastside Cruz, you just like to see him close out rounds a lot better and close out, finish with better combinations. And pretty much, that would be about it from him, and everything else he did right. Jumped in with hooks. He didn't fear Tank power from the beginning. He made Tank earn his respect. He made Tank earn the respect. And like I said, when you start fighting elite level fighters high in a division, you don't get knockouts no more. But like I said, Tank hurt his hand. That might attribute to some of that. But like I said, he boxed tonight, and when he went on the ropes, he was having success. So I mean, other than that, man, it's too much. Ain't too much more you can ask from Gervonta Tank Davis. He did everything that he needed to do to win tonight. And like I said before, he put punch together. He boxed well. He knew he was gonna have to box. He was cat-like quick. Can't ask for too much other than that. Just probably just work on a couple more sit-ups and some body work, because that people gonna target that now. When people see a weakness, but the thing about going for a body punch, versus southpaw is that, the counter come from a funky angle. But people don't go to Tank body because they ain't Eastside Cruz for one, and also you can get counter, especially from that southpaw position. But like I said before, Calvin and Mary Hunter stepped in, and Calvin allowed him to talk, and they got him through it. They told him in the morning, you can hurt in the morning, talking about his hands. But like I said before, I don't know how many fighters they're gonna put him in with that pressure like Eastside Cruz, but Eastside probably laid a blueprint by touch to the body and pressure him. But how many people can pressure Tank and take that punishment? That's a great question. Like I said before, Tank showed that he was cat-like quick with his boxing ability, so he can box. And Cruz made a good counter. So I mean, I couldn't argue if you made a case for Cruz to win. Cruz just got to close out rounds a lot better. If Cruz closed out rounds a lot better, he probably would be holding his hand up, or more people would be saying this was a robbery. But just close the rounds and finish it strong for rounds. If he finishes rounds like he started them, you're probably talking about a new champion. But it is what it is. I thought the decision was right. I thought Tank won by 2-3 rounds, whatever. Maybe I didn't score it, but like he won. So it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Check the fight reaction playlist for more videos like this. You find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have business question, inquiry, response, your request, my social media subscription. Twitter's the fast way. Facebook's and Instagram. If you got whatever you want to reach out for, want to make a financial donation, Cash App, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. All that's rolling the bottom screen or in the description. Best way to donate. Thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel, comment, and that subscribe button, the bell icon button, hit on notification, increase, check the notification, go live, drop a video. Let me know in the comment section. Peace.